YouTube looks like it just bumped me off. So we are gonna try this again. But so far we have the base colors up, and then these are the ones that we're mixing together. So I apologize for the shenanigans, y'all. But we're gonna keep going with some other mixing and here. And I'm just gonna pull up the chat because I had to like restart the whole freaking thing. Okay. Here we go. Oops. Okay. We're doing it. Now we're doing it. Okay. So far we have the ivy and the storm together is this one. This is the cocoa and the aubergine. And then we just went with aubergine a couple more times with the ivy, which is this one. And then the cool gray, which is this one, which has a lot of blue in it. And I really like the way that this actually mixed up. So that's a gorgeous. So we're gonna do that. And then the next one, I kind of want to move on to the port. And I want to see how the port and the ivy do together. So let's do port and ivy. Let's see, so we're gonna let's do the port on this side here. And then we'll do the ivy. I'm just gonna overlap them more and just see how that works. Works with that. Ooh. I like that. That is cool. What do you guys think? Yeah. That is lovely. Yeah, that is beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it's just really fun. And I like how it can blend completely together, but then you can also get these spots of separation pretty easily. And it seems like just having less water in general is kind of the key here. With all of that. So that's pretty good. And then I think what I want to do next is I'm really digging this cocoa. And I want to hiya, how are you? I think I want to do the cocoa and the port. I think those two will be quite nice together. So why don't we do that? So let's do hold on one second. And then we'll get that. Okay. So we'll do cocoa and port. But I do really like the muted quality of these compared to the Inktense, which I think, let's see. So, wait, what's happening? Oh, that's because he should. Okay, and then we have cocoa and port. Let's see here. We've got port. And then we'll do cocoa. Which I think, is it this one? Yes. This is also really nice. I really like those two together because the port gives it like this just really nice pinkiness here. And then that was the cool gray. Let's try the cloud because the cloud is more gray as opposed to the blue. The cool gray kind of gives okay. We are just not even gonna worry about that. Okay. So this is the cloud gray. It's cloud gray. And then we're gonna do, let's try it with the aubergine actually. Okay, so that was cloud gray. This did darken that up a little bit, but not so much. So it just gave it like this nice tint to it. I am pretty excited for the, I'm pretty excited for the, what is it? I think we should do chestnut. I actually want to put the chestnut and the port together. I just want to see how that looks. But yeah, it is too bad that they don't have a true yellow or a true red in here to give us a few more choices. But at the same time, it's kind of fun to have, like, to be creative in a little different way, you know? But this port is absolutely lovely. I really like it. Port and then the chestnut, which I think is this one. Yes. Oh, thanks for coming back, you guys. I don't know, YouTube just like completely kicked me out. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. If that's happened a few times though, where like everything was going fine and then all of a sudden gone. Ooh. That is really, so that's this one and this one makes this. I thought it was my internet. Yeah, man, I don't know. Everything was going fine and then all of a sudden everything just went boop. It was just gone. What the hell, man? So we did do, I think you were the one that was talking, so we did do the ivy. And then cool gray with the aubergine is this, port with ivy. And so I've been kind of playing around with some of these, but the cloud with the aubergine is really pretty too. It looks kind of ominous. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the chestnut and the port. Can you believe it's this and this? That is wild. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, there isn't like a true yellow or a true red in this set, but look at, like, you can just come with all sorts of like other things, because sometimes when you like limitations, it just makes you just, you know, be a little more creative in other ways. So I'm loving that. But I do kind of want to put the ivy and the dark indigo together. And I just want to see if that makes, see what that makes. Because they're obviously quite different from other things. So I'll do that. Ivy. And Dragon to go. Oh, yeah. I can't believe how rich these look. I mean, just because these ones are, you know, we put a fair amount down. But when you combine them, they just become so rich. That is amazing. Okay. What do you think we should do? Do you have any other requests? What do you think we should do next? I'm kind of feeling, we haven't used, wait, that is a dark indigo. We have not done, I kind of want to, what's this one? Let's try, because the Midnight Black is so great, I kind of want to try, oops, hold on. I'm going to put the, I'm just going to put mid for Midnight. And then I kind of want to try it with, the cool brown. I'm just curious. With the brown. I just kind of want to see how that looks, because it's not even like about mixing colors now. It's just about having a lot of fun. My brown. And then the cool brown. Okay, let's try that. That's fun too. It'll be interesting too. I was gonna get the blocks as opposed to the pencils. The investment is just kind of a lot, and I wanted to see if I like them first, because they only have them in the, like, it's like XL blocks. So they're like, even on open stock, they're kind of spendy, and I wanted to try the set first to see what I liked. But so, and again, this is on watercolor paper. This is on the Bao Hong, so it is really textured. And so it's gonna be, what am I trying to say? My God, you guys. so the pigment's gonna work into that texture as opposed to being a little smoother. So it might look different on regular sketchbook, which we might try here in a second, and just see if it's a little bit, oops, to see if it's a little bit easier to bring up some of the texture. But at the same time, I'm not mad at it, and it does come up if we work it a little bit. But maybe we should just try putting a little bit, I mean, I could just try putting a little bit less, right? So I kind of want to do the slate green. Let's do slate plus, what do I want to do? Storm. I want to do slate and storm. That was what I was thinking next. If you have any requests for colors, toss them in the chat and we'll do it. Because I'm just playing around here. I just want to see what's what. Is this storm? Yes. Oops, that's a little bit too, there we go. Oh man. These are absolutely gorgeous. I legitimately did not expect for this to be so awesome. All right, let's see. Let's do, I kind of want to do the slate again. Let's do the slate in the aubergine. And then if anybody has Ivy Indigo, I know. Midnight and aubergine? Yeah. Yes. Good idea. I'll write that down here. We'll do mid plus aubergine next. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. So we'll do slate here. And we've done all this, and it's not like it's not what do you call it? It's not super wearing them down either. Let's see, let's do the aubergine here. Trying to keep them as even as possible, but even still, like, this is all just kind of play, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Put the aubergine here, and I'll put the midnight. Yeah, I think that's gonna be really cool. I think that's a good one. We probably could have done this more systematically, but I got too excited. I simply can't be asked to be organized. Yeah. Okay, let's try this midnight. Oops, let's touch more water. There we go. Wow. You know, this reminds me of, if you've ever watched people using Daniel Smith, the what's it called? The Shadow Violet. There's actually another one too that I can't think of the name of. But it kind of gives this effect. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Can you see this okay? Yeah. If you want me to lift up the paper so you can see a little bit better, but I'm trying to square it up so it's easy to see beyond the chat. Yeah, sweet. Okay. I kind of want to try cocoa with, because like the cocoa and the chestnut are different enough that I think we should try that with the port again. So let's try the cocoa with the port. Let's see, what have you got? A little more to the right. Is that better? Is that good? So here's the cocoa. And then this is the port. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, cool. Sometimes I get excited and I bump the paper, so so just keep me in check. All right. Oh gosh, that's gonna be a good one. This paper is also really. The Port and Albert. Yeah, we haven't done that one, have we? No, we have not. This one's cool. This one seems a little bit more brownish, whereas this one has like more of a like a golden. Let's see. Port and gin. All right. So here's the port. And then, uh-oh. Oh no, I mixed them up. Hold on. What did I do with the Hold on 1 second. Is this it? Yes, okay. I'm getting too excited. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh man. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? All right. So that's, yeah, that's the port and the aubergine. And then, but yeah, the port has just enough like pinky rosiness to it. That's really nice. I wonder actually if I can get some of the extra graphite. I just want to see some of the extra graphite and see if I, oh man, that is absolutely gorgeous. Lovely. I might overlap them a little bit more, but it was kind of cool to see how they converge a little bit with different amounts, you know? Which one's this one? We did slate already. I kind of want to do we do ivy and chestnut? I don't think we have. I kind of want to see what those look like together. Oops. Oops. I stuck my pinky in it. This is the ivy here. Ivy, it's not. Let's see what we come up with here. Wow. This is way cooler than I thought this set was gonna be. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. So many people were kind of just downplaying the mutedness of the colors, but I don't know. I don't know. These are looking pretty rad to me. I mean, I know what they're saying. I know what they're saying, but you know what I mean? The Storm has like this nice light purple, so I'm kind of wondering if we do Storm with the aubergine. I just want to see how that goes together. Actually, I haven't checked the chat in a second. Sorry, guys. Okay, looks like we're good. Okay. This is Storm here. And then the aubergine here. Let's just see what that does. I'm trying to also put them like next to each other because lovely. Lovely. So I think we have room for one more. Let's see. In this corner. Kind of want to do the indigo and the brown for some reason. I'm just kind of interested in that. Have we done that yet? I don't think we have. There we go. And the cool brown. Let's take a look at her. That's pretty. Oh, man. You know, I'll be honest. I think that if I if I had an option between the Graphtint and getting like the Daniel Smith watercolors, I'm so into this because you can make your own just kind of different thing. My cat is going. What are you doing? What's the matter? Do you want to open the door? Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna let my cat outside. She's having a moment. Come on. Come on. Here. Go outside. Go on. Get out of here. Go play. Go play. Okay, sorry about that. My cat wanted to go outside. I think that's why she's yelling at me. Okay. I'm also thinking about this cocoa. Have we done cocoa and port yet? Or cocoa and, yeah. I don't think we did. We did cocoa and aubergine, which is this one. But I'm kind of, this is the chestnut and port. Oh no, we did cocoa and port. We did do it. We've actually done a lot, you guys. I do want to see, well, actually no, I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'll leave that one alone. I think we have not done slate green and cocoa together. Let's just see how that looks. And see what we can get here. Green. Oh, that's chestnut. That's cocoa. Slate plus cocoa. Ooh. That would be beautiful for like forest foliage, if I do say so myself. That is gorgeous. Can you guys see it okay? I think I am gonna do like this so you guys can see it all right. Yeah, I think that's good. But yeah, that slate and cocoa, these are all of them are just chef's kiss to me. I love all of them. I cannot believe how gorgeous these are. But that cool gray, it kind of gives me, you know, Payne's gray? It's kind of giving that vibe of like a blue, oops, sorry, of like a bluish gray. So why don't we do, I want to see what the cool gray and the indigo together. I want to see cool gray plus indigo because I want to see how those two just impact each other, because so many of these have been pretty awesome. So let's see. Cool gray. And then we have dark indigo. Yeah, I'm excited for this combo too. Just a little bit more water on that. Man. Wow. It's just so rich. Yeah. That's awesome. So maybe we should just see, have we done actually the cocoa and the chestnut together, just because they're so close, but because these are mixing up so beautifully. I want to see. So let's do chestnut plus a cocoa. I just really want to know. I just really want to know. That one, that's chestnut. And then, see, what if you add a third since they look like, what if we did the chestnut, the cocoa, and the cool, not cool brown. Why don't we, I think we're running out of space here. So why don't we just make this our last one, and then I'll strip this off and off this block, this watercolor block, and then we'll just start with a whole nother one. And then yeah, we should do 3. I agree. That's cool. Yeah, it really warmed it up, huh? Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, cool. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and I'm gonna take this off. This is Bao Hong watercolor paper. It's the stuff. So it's not a block, so I just need to take it off. But let me grab my little palette. I just use like a paint palette to take them off, and also take a drink. But yeah, these are. I agree. Then we should do like do a few circles. There it is. I find the easiest way to take these blocks off is just with like a palette knife. Is that the same page? I might have grabbed 2 pieces of paper. Hold on. Yeah. Oops. And then I did it backwards. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, there we go. We'll take this off and then almost last flap. Okay, cool. Oops. Oh no. Oh no. Just tearing down the studio today. Just tearing it down. Cool. so let's do, did you have like a triple, a triple in mind? I was kind of thinking that maybe we could do, what if we just did these three and just see? Let's just try it. So we'll do slate, indigo, slate, indigo, and aubergine. I just want to see. This is slate here. And we'll do indigo. Slate green, ivy and cocoa, yes. That's pretty fun. There's like this nice nebula quality to it. Hey, how are ya? Okay, so what would you say? Slate, ivy, and cocoa. Slate, ivy, and oops, cocoa. Ivy, slate. I think I wrote those way too close together, but that's okay. Do ivy. But the nice thing about I'm using Micron, so it dries and it's like totally good. So I'm not too worried about that. Do that and ivy and cocoa. See, you have a very light hand. Yeah, because everybody said that you didn't need very much of them. That you didn't need very much on the page to make them pop, and that it took some experimentation. So yeah, I was worried about like just jamming the pigment on, and because it is watercolor paper, it's pretty textured. It's a cold pressed watercolor paper, so sometimes I've noticed that with a variety of water, you know, pencils and sticks and things, that it doesn't take a lot because the texture just rubs off so much. So I haven't really, these are new to me, so I haven't used them yet. So I've been just trying to kind of figure out like how much to use, and how much pressure to give. But I think 3 of them, it's gonna be pretty cool. But there was another pair that I wanted to try, which was, what was it? I can't remember. It just popped in my head and then it just quickly flew away. I think it was because this ivy is so bright, I was kind of thinking about putting that with midnight and just see how it impacts that ivy, because it is so bright. So let's do ivy plus midnight. And I think I'll put the midnight, that's the other thing too, is like how they're actually layered. So I think I'm gonna do the midnight, I think I'm gonna do like some underneath. I'm not gonna go too dark with it. I just kind of want to see, how it generally but I'll put a lot more ivy on, and see what that does. Oops, where's, oh, I couldn't find my brush, but it was like in the cup already, in the cup of water. Yeah, see. Let's see how it looks, just a residual on the paper here. We haven't played too much with the water itself yet either, just kind of seeing how that comes out. Actually, yeah. So it looks like this does reactivate some, because I just tried here, whereas my understanding of the Inktense, the Dewent Inktense, is that they don't reactivate, but the Graphtint does in this corner. It was already pretty much set up, because we didn't use a whole lot of water on that one, you know. So Ivy and the Midnight Blue and Midnight Black are pretty nice. Pretty nice. But that's a good way to darken that up. And then also with the blocks is I have yeah, I didn't get the blocks of these. I only got the pencils. But the nice thing about the blocks is that you can just use like a paintbrush right on the block and then paint on it directly. So that's super soft hand, lightly touching it. If you color hard and light with a color. I mean, it's all about ratios too, you know. So yeah, I think it really depends. And like if we were to really, like, it's flaking off too. So like that's one bummer about it, is that it will flake off. But this is the cool brown. And then if we did, let's just do the aubergine. We really dig it in there, like enough so that it does like flake off. Now you're getting some really dark here. So that's what that looks like. And then mix them together. So there's that with really dark. And then this is with really light. So like in the center here. But also it flaked off a lot of product. So I don't know, it might depend. But it might be one of those things where to get darker, it might actually be better to use the blocks instead of the pencils. So I'm kind of wondering, I do have one that's Inktense. But it's not gonna give us the same result. But I actually, because I got the Graphtint and I did get the Inktense, I think we're gonna swatch those out on. I can't remember if I might have an appointment tomorrow, but I can come live on Thursday around the same time, and we'll do the Inktense because I haven't opened them up either. So I'm just trying to do this like in between work and some other things that are happening. But I think the next time we go live, we'll play around with the Inktense pencils and the Inktense blocks. And that way we can kind of compare those two. But this is all just Graphtint today. But then we'll do that the next time we go live. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, I think it really all just comes down to, you know, ratios and the amounts and everything. Yeah. And I'm kind of wondering, whoops, I keep bumping this thing. I had to like rearrange my studio a little bit. So I apologize if I keep bumping the tripod. Every time I get my space situated, sure enough, I need to change something. And I think I am going to use, I'm going to do a little bit of light here. Let's just try it even lighter than we have been. Just to see on like a larger swath how that will turn out. Because I did see a lot of people using these. they weren't laying down very much, and they were able to get some really, really beautiful washes of color. So let's just see here. I probably should. I might also, the other thing too is I'm using a smaller brush because I wanted to do our experiments on just like smaller areas. So if I grab a larger, I think I've got a 12 round brush in there. So we could even use larger brushes, but these, especially since this Bao Hong paper is kind of thirsty. But I just like how like just pretty it is like on its own. Like it's really pretty. Really like that. I think that is gorgeous. Let's use some port. And just see how that washes. Once we kind of wash them all together, you know. Yeah, that is lovely. Did I do the cool gray? I don't even remember. I don't remember. I'm just throwing stuff down now. I think I'm just gonna throw some stuff down now. But it is kind of cool to see how it looks light on the page, especially with watercolor paper. Somewhere I actually I picked up a Dewent water brush, and then I set it down somewhere. I can't find it. It's probably just in my, probably just chucked it in my bin of stuff. I don't know. I just think they're so pretty on their own. Gorgeous. I want this, let's do the slate green here. But it's kind of nice to see just how much pigment you can get with just a little bit. Just like washes for like illustrations. Because I can see putting something even lighter than this and drawing in some of the monsters. And some of that. Where's the story? This feels cool from down here. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna use these for a while, and don't be surprised if I end up getting with the blocks, you guys, because I like this a lot, and the pencils are great, but I can see wanting to do larger swaths, like larger areas, and I think that the blocks would actually really come in handy for that. So I think that's actually probably gonna be it. I think that's gonna be the thing. But I think that's going to do it, you guys. Man, this was awesome. Highly recommend the Graphtint if you've been on the fence about them and you've been like thinking about it, but you're not really sure if you like them. Pretty rad.
I definitely do want to save up for the blocks. They are kind of spendy. Who knows? Maybe I'll get them at some point. If there's like if there's a really good sale, and it's been a while since I've spent any money on art supplies, so we'll see. But thanks for hanging out with me. Stay chaotically curious. If I'm not live tomorrow around this time, it'll be Thursday. I'm dealing with some appointments and whatever. It doesn't matter. I have adulting I gotta do. But you guys take care. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.